Welcome back to AI Signal and Noise. It is Monday, and dude, we have some absolutely wild stories today. I am Taylor.
And I am Morgan. Happy Monday, everyone. Ready to cut through the hype and see what is actually happening in AI. What is first, Taylor?
Oh, we're starting with gaming, but it is actually a massive breakthrough for how AI agents think. Like, seriously, mind-blowing stuff.
Let me guess. Another language model playing a game? We have seen that with Minecraft and Doom. What makes this one different?
Okay, so researchers built this agent called AgenticSTS to play Slay the Spire too. And they solved the massive chat log problem.
Wait, the chat log problem? You mean how agents get slower and more expensive as the conversation goes on because the prompt balloons?
Exactly. Usually the prompt grows to like over 500,000 tokens, but they replaced that giant chat log with 5 structured memory layers.
5 layers? That sounds complex, but I assume it keeps the context window much smaller. How small are we talking here?
Dude, it keeps the prompt at around 5,000 tokens. That is a 99% reduction, and the agent actually wins games now.
Okay, that is actually impressive. Slay the Spire is a roguelike deck builder. It requires serious long-term strategy. What is the win rate?
It won 6 out of 10 games. And get this, the competing agents with standard memory didn't win a single game, not even one.
Wow, 0 to 60% is a massive jump. So instead of just reading a massive diary of past moves, it categorizes its memory.
Yes, it has layers for things like current state, long-term goals, and card synergy. It is like how a real human player actually thinks, you know?
It makes sense. We don't replay every single second of a game in our heads. We just remember the strategy and current deck state.
Right. I saw this on thedecoder.com, and researchers think the structured memory is the key to making agents actually useful for complex, long-term tasks.
It definitely points to a future where we don't just throw bigger context windows at problems, but actually design smarter memory architectures.
Totally. It proves that brute force isn't the only way. Smarter architecture beats massive compute here, which is so cool.
Absolutely. It is a great win for efficiency. But let us see if this approach translates well to non-gaming agent workflows.
Speaking of agent workflows, that brings us to our second topic. Have you heard of loop engineering? It is taking over machine learning research.
Loop engineering? I have seen some talk about this. Is this about moving away from the classic chat box interface?
Yes, like most people still use AI like a 2015 search box. You type, you read, you type again. It is so manual and slow.
Right, it is very turn-based. So loop engineering replaces that manual back and forth with an autonomous continuous loop?
Exactly! Mark Techpost did a whole guide on this, featuring Andre Karpathy's Auto Research repository and the bi-level Auto Research paper.
Karpathy's repo? He's always at the forefront of this stuff. So how does an auto research loop actually function in practice?
So the agent basically writes a paper, runs experiments, analyzes results, and refines its own code in a continuous loop without human intervention.
Wait, it writes and runs its own machine learning experiments? That sounds like a recipe for infinite loops or just burning through API credits.
Totally! That is why the bi-level part is key. It has an outer loop directing the strategy and an inner loop executing the code.
Ah, so a hierarchical system. One agent acts as a manager and the other does the actual coding and testing. That prevents runaway loops.
Yes, and according to the write-up by @0xCodilla, this setup actually successfully discovers new machine learning algorithms. Like, it is doing real science.
Doing real science is a big claim, but automating hyperparameter tuning and basic architecture search within a structured loop is definitely the next step.
It is just wild to think about AI agents doing machine learning research to build better AI. It feels so sci-fi, Eude.
It is a bit circular, isn't it? But highly efficient if they can get the guardrails right so it doesn't hallucinate its findings.
Speaking of executing tasks, Anthropic just dropped a massive update for Claude 3.5 Sonnet's computer use API. It is insanely fast now.
Oh, really? I remember when they first launched computer use a few months ago. It was incredibly cool, but painfully slow to watch.
Dude, yes. It used to take like 10 seconds just to decide where to click, but they just optimized the screenshot to action pipeline.
Okay, so how much faster is it now? Are we talking about a minor tweak or a major overhaul?
They are claiming up to a 5-time speedup. It can now navigate websites, fill out forms, and copy-paste data almost in real time.
5 times faster is huge for usability, but does it actually improve the accuracy, or is it just failing faster now?
Classic Morgan. Actually, they said the accuracy improved too, because the model can correct its mistakes much quicker in the loop.
Well, that is fair. If the feedback loop is faster, the agent can try 3 different approaches in the time it used to take for one.
Exactly. I saw a demo where it booked a flight, updated a CRM, and sent a Slack message in under a minute. It was seamless.
That is impressive, but I still worry about security. Giving a super fast agent control of your browser sounds like a recipe for chaos.
Oh, totally. They have strict safety guardrails, but developers definitely need to be careful with what credentials they give it.
Definitely. A fast agent is great, but a fast agent with access to your bank account is a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah, let us keep it away from the corporate credit card for now. But for tedious data entry, it is a game changer.
Agreed. If it can handle the boring stuff accurately and quickly, it is a massive win for productivity.
And finally, OpenAI just announced that their Canvas feature is rolling out to all free users, plus some major advanced voice updates.
Oh, interesting. Canvas was previously locked behind the Plus subscription, right? That's the dedicated workspace for writing and coding.
Yes, it lets you work side by side with ChatGPT, highlighting specific parts of text or code to edit. Free users get access now.
That is a smart move. Side-by-side editing is so much better than copying and pasting entire blocks of code back and forth in a chat.
Totally. And they also added new developer capabilities to the Advanced Voice API, including real-time web search integration.
Wait, so the voice agent can search the web in real time while you're talking to it? That sounds incredibly useful for hands-free research.
Yes! Imagine driving and asking the voice assistant for live sports scores or local news, and it actually pulls up-to-the-minute info.
That is definitely a step up from the static knowledge cutoff. But how is the latency? Voice needs to be instant to feel natural.
They claim the search integration adds less than a second of delay. It is supposed to feel like a natural pause in conversation.
If they can keep the latency under a second, that is impressive. It makes voice assistants actually viable for dynamic, real-time tasks.
Always the pragmatist, Morgan, but honestly, even with minor lag, having live web search in a voice call is a huge step forward.
True, it is a massive upgrade. It is clear OpenAI is pushing hard to keep their consumer features ahead of the competition.
Absolutely. Well, that is a wrap on today's massive AI updates. We covered everything from gaming memory to automated research loops.
It has been a busy Monday. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's breakdown.
That is it for today. We will be back tomorrow with more AI news.